Hello, Memphis. Today, I'm introducing you to SRM Immigration. Let's go meet Sol. Hey, how are you? All right. Hello, everyone. I want to introduce you to Sol. Sol is from Venezuela, and she has been here for 7 years. So, Sol, tell me about your business.
Well, my business is SRM, as my name, Sol Ramirez Mendoza, Immigration LLC.
Oh.
Okay. I work or I help people with their immigration processes and
Yeah. And then what happens? So tell me about it. If someone wants to call you and contact you for services, they contact you, you help them with the papers, then what happens?
Yes, they contact me because there are people that I help with their processes, and they contact me and I explain about what they need, and we start from there.
Wow. Okay. So let me ask this: you were a lawyer in Venezuela, right?
Yes.
For how many years?
I was a lawyer for 12 years in Venezuela, and then I'm starting from scratch.
From scratch here. Oh my goodness! And I can't imagine, like, because you started with your high school diploma here.
Yes.
Your high set. Oh my goodness! So tell me about your experience coming here, and then you started from zero basically, and now you've worked your way back to doing what you're passionate about.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Well, I started. I got my high school diploma
Again.
Again 2 years ago. And then I started working with the applications at the Southwest College. But when I saw that I had to start over, I said, okay, I don't have 7 years to study again. And then I stopped there, and a friend of mine talked to me about a university where I can or where I could send my documentation and get my degree certified in the States.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So what? So you came to the U.S., started over, got your high school diploma, and then got this certificate.
Yes.
And what is your title technically right now?
Well, I got my Juris Doctor degree. Okay, but I can't practice law yet because I need to take the bar in order to become an attorney in the United States.
And is that your goal?
That's my goal.
That's awesome. So how, comparing your experience in Venezuela to your experience here, what have been some highlights, some challenges, or some moments of excitement for you?
Well, it's been challenging because this is a new country. I had to learn the language. I'm still learning. And I would say I feel so proud of myself because when I came here, people used to say, okay, you were a lawyer in Venezuela, but you can do the same thing in here. And I thought that for a few years, let's say. But when I started this process, I said, okay, it is possible. You just have to make it happen and work hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that, because not for a lot of careers, there's not a pathway for people who come into our country with talent, like you did, with experience like you did. And so I'm so glad that you were able to find that pathway.
Yes.
All right. So tell me, what is something, thinking back on the people that you've worked with in the U.S., helping them with immigration, how do you feel working with them? What has that journey been like?
It feels good because as an immigrant, I would say, we live in a roller coaster of emotions.
Mm.
Many of them, are alone here. And when they say, okay, so this is because of you, or help me with this process, and for example, the humanitarian parole, I've helped a lot of people to bring their families in here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And they always say that they are grateful because I helped them with this. And that is something like you can't describe with words, because I had bad, moments, and I didn't have like a hand,
a helping hand to help you.
to help me, and it feels really good.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't, just knowing that you're able to help people who you've been where they are, and you're helping to help families reunite and help people to integrate into the U.S. It's amazing. Yeah, I love getting to watch you work. All right, so this is my last question. If there was anything that, because you have an interesting perspective, because you were a lawyer from a foreign country, from the U.S. perspective, from a foreign country, and now you're working on being an attorney and working in the legal system in this country. So if there's anything you would want Americans to know about immigrants in the U.S., what would you want them to know?
Well, that's
it's a big question.
A big question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, we face difficult situations, and like we don't feel like we fit in, group of people, or maybe where you work. And that is something like we can't explain, and it can be hard or frustrating for people to express themselves. But one thing I could say I would say is that we came to this country to work hard and to bring something new, maybe to the system, or there are a lot of professionals, for example, from my country, and all of them have something to how would I say,
like to offer America.
To America.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Something like, okay, maybe we have a lot of professionals here, but I feel from Venezuela, we are very passionate about what we do. It can be anything. If you work, I bake, and
you're also
passionate.
A baker.
Yeah. And I am a passionate baker. And we always do our best with whatever we do.
I love that. All right. Is there anything else you want to cover?
Well, I would say don't give up on your dreams, because if you work hard on, getting them, you will feel great, and it is worth it. Yeah, the wait it is worth it.
I love that.
And I can, or I don't see the moment when I am able to work as an attorney here and help my community.
So you said you couldn't see it when you first came,
no,
but now it's almost in front of you.
I'm working on getting the F LC, which is foreign legal consultant first.
Mm-hmm.
And then when, I'm getting better with the language, so I'll be able to take the bar exam because it is a difficult
It's
exam.
difficult for people who speak English. Yeah.
And I'm working on it.
Okay.
So hopefully I will be able to.
Yeah, you will.
Awesome.
You will. Don't worry. It's not. It's not if. It's when.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And then I think I have one more question, and I think you're a good person to ask this question to. For Americans who watch this interview, I know that we had talked earlier how like around this word immigrant, there's so many different emotions, from everybody. Everyone has a strong emotion about it, whether it's a positive one and pride that you came here, you're independent, and you're excited to be here, to people saying it's like, oh, it's a bad word, we don't like that word. So for the Americans watching, what is one thing they could do to be welcoming to people who are new to this country? What is something you think would be helpful, since you help so many families and you've seen a lot of stories?
I don't know the exact word, but I would say like immigrants. I'm proud of being an immigrant. And I would say the word resilient, it is a word that describes us.
That immigrants are resilient people.
Yeah, because we are able to face whatever situation, or almost always. And we do our best, and something like Americans can do to make us feel more welcome. It is like the emotion of the other. Compassion. Okay. Yeah. It's not like that you feel sorry. It's not the same. No. It's like
there's also empathy.
Empathy. Yeah. That is a word.
So for Americans to feel more empathy.
Yeah. Americans can feel more empathy with people who came here or who come to the United States, because we don't always say whatever we are facing at the moment.
So have empathy, because if I may, what you're saying is have empathy because a lot of people who are new to this country, they've gone through a lot of things to get here.
Yeah.
And so we don't know.
Being kind, have good words.
Yeah.
And maybe offer a coffee.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.